Okay, good. Okay. Hi, everyone. So, welcome to the session today, and welcome to a brand new series for us for the March 2026 ICAG examination. Results have been released for the November 2025 examination, and in case you've not checked your results yet, please do so. Check your results and then know your position. And we are getting ourselves into March 2026. It's been an interesting journey so far, experience so far, positive, some positive experiences, certainly some disappointing experiences as always. But the most important thing is making sure that you put yourself in the position so that you can go into the exam hall and write the exam, and most importantly, pass the examination. What we want to look at today is to do a masterclass walkthrough on the ICAG program as a whole. And most importantly, I'm going to also share with you subject combination strategies and tips on how various subjects will be studied and must be studied so that you can put yourself in the position to pass the examination at the end of the day. I see some of you guys joining. You are welcome. Give us a thumbs up if you join, and also share the video. Let's reach as many students as possible, as many people as possible, getting some value on the video and the session today. So let me bring up my screen quickly and let's I think my sound. Okay. Yeah. That's true. My sound was off. So I gotta take the whole show again. Can you imagine that? All right. So we're gonna be looking at the levels of the ICAG and also subject combination, progression, and how to study various subjects so you can put yourself in the position to pass the examination. So let me take this quickly as we go ahead again. Now, the subject is spread across, all three levels that we need to understand. The level one is the knowledge level. Level two is application level. Level three is the professional level. In all, there are 14 papers, 4 in level one, 6 in level two, and then 4 in level three. Now, in level one, some subjects we have include financial accounting. Now, this is your introduction to the accounting space, and that is going to be important because the knowledge there will help you to do financial reporting, and the financial reporting understanding will help you to excel in corporate reporting in level 3. Then business management and information system. This is crucial in level 1, and that is going to help you to deal with strategic case study later in level 3, because a lot of the things to be discussed in the business management and information system will be crucial in the level 3 strategic case study examination, and we'll get into that in a moment. The third paper in the level 1 is business law and corporate law, or business and corporate law. This is where you are introduced to various legal issues in the business environment. And the knowledge there is also important because some of the things discussed under business and corporate law could also spread a little bit across strategic case study when you get to level 3. And we're going to be getting into that as well in a moment. Then introduction to cost and management accounting. This is important because it sets you up for paper 2.2, which is management accounting in the level 2. Management accounting in level 2. And the understanding of that is crucial because in strategic case study, we may be required to also do some issues or treat some issues in management accounting in the level 3 when it comes to strategic case study. So that is our level 1 in that regard. Now, when it comes to writing and paper combination, I'm going to be coming back to that in a moment as we proceed. In level 2, 6 papers, and we have financial reporting, management accounting, advanced audit and assurance, financial management, public sector accounting and finance, and then principles of taxation. Those are the papers in level 2. Now, principles of taxation is crucial because that is going to help you to deal with advanced taxation in level 3. Very important there. Then, not only that, it is important we understand that the idea in respect of financial management is also valid in strategic case study. Management accounting is valid in strategic case study. So the strategic case study paper in level 3, which is the last paper or the final paper you were expected to write before you walk out, is a combination of various other subjects. And we'll come back to that in a moment. Then public sector accounting and finance, which is more or less like financial reporting in the public sector environment. And we're going to look at that in a moment. Then it comes to level 3, and that is where we're going to have corporate reporting, advanced audit and assurance. Then you come to advanced taxation and strategic case study. So these are the levels and progression of papers generally at the end of the day. Now, it is important you understand that to optimize your chances of passing the examination, you must know the relationship that exists between the papers so that you know how to study those papers together as much as possible, and that is going to position you to ultimately pass the examination. So, for instance, if you're in level 1, paper combination, you can do the financial accounting and then business law. Financial accounting and business law, that is will be the starting point for you. Now, yes, it doesn't mean you cannot write 4 papers at a go. You could if you want to. But the idea here is this: you want to make sure that you are being realistic as well per the things that you are looking at. And so if you're a follower of my work, I always tell my students, it is rather flexible and peaceful if you write 1 paper every examination date and you pass that 1 paper and you continue with your discussion, or you continue with your life at the end of the day. And that is what you need to understand in respect of that. So don't be in a hurry to say, oh, Charlie, I'm going to write 5 papers together, 6 papers together. You could, but you got to take it easy. So if we are starting from level 1, then certainly financial accounting, business law, if we are going for 2 papers, that combination will be good. Then after that, you go to the next examination date, then you are doing business management, and then introduction to cost and management accounting. So that will be the combination when it comes to the level 1. If you are starting from level 1 and you are looking at 2 papers, you want to take them in pairs, then that will be an appropriate combination. The reason is because of the relationship between the subjects, number 1, and number 2, how the subjects are knitted together to optimize your chances of studying effectively, and most importantly, going into the exam hall to pass the examination. When it comes to level 2, some combinations include the financial reporting and public sector accounting and finance. Certainly. So if you are in level 2, you are coming to level 2, then you are going to be looking at financial reporting and then public sector accounting and finance. Why? Because there is a lot There are a lot of things that we need to know about here. They are combination. Starting with the IPSAS issues. In public sector, the accounting standards there, IPSAS. And you're going to have a dedicated 20 marks question on that. And then question 1, which is going to be the preparation of the financial statement. You are going to be dealing with the footnotes, and almost all the footnotes, you have to refer to an accounting standard. That's the idea there. So IPSAS. Now, many of the IPSAS that you must know in public sector are the same accounting standards in the private sector in the IFRSs. So when we are talking about the various accounting standards in IFRSs, they are there. Then issues about financial statements, qualitative characteristics of financial statements, a lot of these issues are closely related. So that is why it is recommended that you do public sector accounting and finance and financial reporting together in level 2 because of the relationship between them. Then financial management and public sector could be a good thing to some extent. The reason is because of the fact that we have about 15% of the financial management issues that are public sector related. Things like public-private partnership arrangements, things like public procurement, and then we have issues in respect of, there is one more, PIFA framework. So those ideas, you will be able to familiarize yourself with them very well, because when you do the public sector, it's going to be easier at the end of the day, and the correlation is going to be better as well for you. Then management accounting and advanced audit and assurance can be done together. So those are the subject combination. Again, does it mean you cannot write 4 papers together? You could. It's all about you. All right? You need to look at yourself. I tell people this. Don't just get up and say, yo, I'm going to write this. By the grace of God, I'll pass. Yeah, by the grace of God, you will pass. But you got to apply wisdom to the things that you are doing. What does that mean? Would you have the time to go through the syllabus thoroughly? Would you have the time to practice a lot of questions? Would you have the time to be mentally, emotionally, and spiritually ready for all the papers? And then can you handle the pressure on the exam day, in the exam week? Because that means you may write a paper on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday. Some days you'll be writing 2 papers. Can you handle the pressure? So in planning on which papers to sit for or how many papers to sit for, it is important you consider where you are as a person, how much time you have at your disposal as a person, and then the exam date. You need to know the timetable on the exam date so that you can schedule yourself and find out how you can spread your pressure in order for you to really optimize yourself so you pass the examination. Again, it is prudent for you to sit for a paper and pass the examination rather than sitting for 2, 3, 4, 5 papers together and then you don't do well. Because that will be more discouraging than if you had just sat for a paper or 2 and then you got everything. So you got to be mindful of that. Then you come to the level 3. In the level 3, these are the 4 papers we have. Per best practice, it will be important for you to take corporate reporting and advanced audit and assurance together, as always. Again, so if you are doing 2 papers, then you want to do corporate reporting and advanced audit and assurance together. Why? Because of the relationship, right? We have ethics in corporate reporting. There is ethics in advanced audit and assurance. The accounting standards that you are going to be learning in corporate reporting, a lot of those accounting standards may be reflected in audit procedures, which is a key 20 marks area in advanced audit and assurance. And the fact that advanced audit and assurance is a written paper, corporate reporting is largely calculation and written at the end of the day. So those are the things that you must understand when it comes to the subject combination. Then advanced taxation and strategic case study can be together. They have no relationship. The only relationship I can say a little bit is there is ethics in advanced taxation and there is ethics in strategic case study. That will be the only thing that I would say, oh, there is a relationship. But in reality, they don't really have anything in common like that. But this is what you must understand. It depends on where you are coming from, generally. So, because if you have 1 paper left in a level, you can write some other papers in the next level. That's very important for you to understand. So, let's say you have 1 paper left in level 1. You can add some papers in level 2 to it, and then you write. Same thing. If you have one paper left in level 1, level 2, you can add some of the level 3 papers to write. So subject combinations sometimes will come in for those people who are in that position. So let's say that, and we'll talk about the exemptions in a moment, but let's say that you are coming in with your MBA in accounting, right? Accounting option, MBA accounting. Then it means you're going to get exemption for level 1 and level 2, and you will be left with public sector accounting and finance. So in that case, you could decide and say, oh, let me just write the public sector accounting and finance and go away. Or better still, you will say that, oh, let me add some papers in the level 3 to it. Now, it means the workload is going to be more, but you need to find out, can I do it? Do I have the capacity to be able to do it? That's very important there in that case. So that is the idea about writing across levels. It is there if you have a paper left in one level, and you can add some papers in the next level to write in that particular case. So these are, if you want, the breakdown of the syllabus, the various subjects, then the combination issues that we need to understand. Now, the second layer of the discussion is quickly, I spoke about this slightly, is to quickly talk about the exam generally. One thing you must understand is this, that currently all level 1 papers are computer-based exam, right? So that is computer-based. Pretty soon, maybe later next year from second quarter or so, or third quarter, I don't know. It's possible. Level 2, some papers may be coming to computer-based exam as well. Why? Because there is a time coming where all ICAG examinations will become computer-based exam. So no more writing, no more doing anything. You're going to be behind a computer. So currently, if you are going for level 1, note that the exam is a computer-based examination. That's it. The exam is a computer-based examination. But as I said, from 2026, because it's a progressional issue, a progressional decision that the ICA is making, so maybe from next year, we don't know, the level 2, some of the level 2s may be onboarded, and then before you know it, level 3, everything is done online. So that's what we must understand. And this is because of the digitization agenda of the ICAG, right? IT is the norm. I mean, how many people are writing now on paper? We need to teach people how to use the computer, how to use various programs, basic softwares to do extracts or prepare various financial issues and write various reports. And it is for that reason why the IT knowledge is gradually coming into the ICAG examination in that case. And so for those of you who are like born before computer, then prepare yourself very well, because that your born before computer mindset will not fly at this level, because you will be in that position and you have to do and use the computer. So gradually, level 2 and level 3 may come up, and you need to be mindful of that. In a simple thing, the pass mark is 50%, okay? So if you are now coming in the ICAG, the pass mark is 50%. Now, don't be deceived. Because you see, sometimes people are like, oh, pass mark is 50%. So if I do something small, I learn, I can answer 3 questions and I'll pass. No. Because in the whole ICAG, the average pass rate for the overall ICAG is around 30% or 35% on the average across all levels. What does that mean? It means that for every examination date, total, only about 3, or if you want 4 out of 10 people pass the examination. So yes, the pass rate, the pass mark is 50. So at least 50% you have passed the examination. But that 50 is difficult. Now the question we then have to ask ourselves is, if the pass mark is 50% or more, why are people failing the examination? Because if you are somebody who is on this journey, or you know someone who is on this journey, one of the things you will hear is, hey, Charlie, ICAG is difficult. Oh, you hear somebody who say, I've written this paper 3 times. I've written this paper 4 times. I've written this paper 6 times. Why is it challenging sometimes for people to not pass the ICAG examination? Why is that the case sometimes? I'm going to share some thoughts with you here and then provide you with some blueprints on how you can overcome this problem generally. The first thing is about the issue in respect of mindset. And that is the starting point if you're a follower of my work as always. You see, this is a professional examination, not your first degree or your MBA or PhD. In your first degree, your HND, your MBA, your PhD, you were graded every semester, you did assignments, you did project work, and all of those things. And then you wrote an end of semester examination, then you got your GPA and you graduated. In ICAG, that is not how the game is going to be. You need to sit down 3 hours, and within 3 hours, your destiny is decided. Literally. Within 3 hours, your destiny is decided as to whether you can go forward or you will be here. So the first thing is about mindset. What does that mean? It means that the way you studied for your HND, your first degree, your MBA, or even your PhD, if you are doing a doctoral degree or something like that, will be different from the way you study for the ICAG. Some of you can attest to this, that MBA, HND, those things, yeah, you can have somebody do your thesis for you, you can have somebody do your assignment for you, and all of those things. Somebody will do your project work and all those things for you. In ICAG, you are the one who is responsible for everything, and we have 3 hours to decide whether you qualify to go forward or not. And that is the first thing, because sometimes we've had moments where somebody will say, oh, this is a first-class student coming in, but they are struggling with ICA. Yes, because you got your first class because it was spread over 4 years, and you did a lot of work to get that first class. In ICAG, you have 3 hours, and in that 3 hours, you must be emotionally, spiritually, psychologically in sync with yourself, be able to study well prior to the examination, understand everything well to pass the examination. So that's the first thing. If you want to pass the exam, I don't know, maybe you are watching this and you have written a paper before and you failed the paper. Maybe you've written the paper twice. Maybe you've written the paper 3 times, and you keep on asking yourself, what is going on with me? I want you to look at your overall attitude or mindset about the ICAG examination. If you think it is difficult, it's going to be difficult for you. If you think no matter what you do, you will fail, you will fail. If you think, oh, ICA exam there, Charlie, you just have to be right, you just have to be right, you don't know which examination that you will pass. It's, one of the dumbest things I hear over the last decade that I've been in this game. People will say, oh, you have to keep writing because you don't know which examination that you will pass. No. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again in the same manner, but expecting different results, it means you are not wise. That's the thing. So you cannot be doing the same thing over and over again, using the same approach, but expect different results. What does that mean? It means you cannot approach this examination date using the same strategy you used last semester, which caused you to fail the examination. And that is the brutal truth that you must understand, that you need to change the approach. Maybe last semester, and part of that mindset is last-minute studies. People do a lot of last-minute studies. Oh, Nhyira, my work, my wife, my husband, my children, my this, my that, my this, my that. So, from week 1 to week 11, they are not learning. Week 12, 1 week to the exam, that's where people take leave. Then they attend all manner of magical classes somewhere, and they think a 6-hour class will help you to understand everything in the syllabus. No, it doesn't work like that. And all of that is built into the mindset. So if you want to pass the examination, you must understand that you have to spread your studies across the 12 weeks. You must have a personal timetable, a study plan. And that study plan helps you. Every week you are doing something. Every day you are doing something. That is how you approach the ICAG, so that a week to the examination, you know the things you're supposed to look at already, and you're just going to be revising effectively to optimize your chances of passing the examination. And that's about the mindset. Because there are stories, people are like, I am busy. Work doesn't allow me to attend lectures and all of those things. Then you write the exam and you fail. You write the exam, you fail. You will not study a week to the examination, then you take leave from work, then you go and write the exam. How do you expect to pass the exam with that attitude? It's not possible. You cannot pass the exam with that attitude. So that's the first reason. What does this mean to you? It means going into 2026, you must build your mindset to understand that this is a professional qualification examination, number one. Number two, the way you approach your HND, your first degree, your MBA, your PhD, that strategy cannot work in the ICAG. Number three, understand that you have 3 hours on the exam date. And in that 3 hours, you need to be emotionally, spiritually, and psychologically in sync to be able to handle that 3 hours excellently to pass the examination. And understand that you must spread your studies across the 12 weeks. You cannot sit down 11 weeks, do nothing, a week to the examination, take leave from your workplace, and think that magically you can pass the examination because you attended a 6-hour class somewhere. No. It's not going to happen. And people don't mind. They can pay. Sometimes I sit down, I'm like, are you serious right now? They don't mind. They can pay 500 Ghana cedis, 600 Ghana cedis for a 6-hour class or a 12-hour class. What are you smoking? You think that is how people pass the examination? No. If you have not been studying from week 1, and you took leave, and you think a 6-hour class or 12-hour class will help you to pass the examination, congratulations, because you have failed. And the funny part is that some of you have done this. You know your problem, that you don't study. Yes, you are busy, but schedule yourself well. You are busy, find time to study. It means you need to optimize your chances, remove distraction in your life, sleep early, wake up, do some 1 hour, 2 hours early in the morning before leaving for work. That is what it takes for you to become successful. That is what it takes for you to pass this examination. You cannot sit down and think that a 6-hour class, a 12-hour class will help you to pass the examination. You will go and fail. And many of you have been doing that. You did it, it's not succeeding, but you are still doing it. It is a mindset issue, and you got to fix it. So going into 2026, you want to challenge yourself. You want to tell yourself that I need a plan. And that is where our community comes in. Because in our community, we help our students to plan this thing out. And you're going to hear me saying this over and over again, that, hey, this thing is not about overnight success. You must spread your studies. And I'll help you. We will assist you to prepare your study plan, hold you accountable, guide you what you have to do. At least every week, you make sure that you are doing something on your own, apart from the live lectures, apart from watching the playback of the videos, apart from the practice question courses. You are doing something on your own to put you in that position so you can go into the exam more and pass the examination. That is the first thing I want you to understand, the mindset. The mindset. So please, ICA is not your MBA. Respectfully, nobody cares the school you attended for your MBA. If you come to ICA with the same attitude you used to get your MBA program, then ICA will be a long journey for you. But if you come to the ICA to understand that this is a professional qualification examination, the levels are different here, the rules of the game are different here, then that will help you to go into the exam hall and ultimately pass the examination. So that is the first thing you have to fix, because that is the first problem of many people. The second thing is the learning environment or the community. Listen, don't be on this journey alone. There are many people who are on this journey. They are like, yo, I want to study on my own. Yeah, no. You need to be part of a community. Like studying with us. You need to be part of a community. Why? Because in a community, you will be held accountable. In a community, you will be assisted. That's where our mentorship comes in. You see, joining our community, for instance, you've enrolled in the course. You get access to the lecture videos. You will join our live lectures. Assignments will be done. Performance evaluation tests will be done. You will be assisted. Whatever challenges you have in your studies, you will be assisted. You will get an opportunity to be assisted and know what the things you have to do to ensure that you are going through this program successfully. You need to be held accountable. So don't be on this journey alone. Don't say, oh, I want to study. Yeah, there are some people, if you put them in the room to study, they can study on their own and boom. But this is the thing. If you put 10 people in a room, only one out of that 10 people will be able to study on their own and go and pass the examination. Why? Because a lot of people lack the ability to even know the things they are supposed to study. One of the things we do also here is our examination analysis document, which is what we do during our executive leadership masterclass. Because during that time, we pull our students in. We don't do intervention because we don't believe in that. I don't have to intervene for you. During our executive leadership masterclass, we take our students behind the scene and let them understand, hey, this is what this is the structuring. This is what you are supposed to pay attention to. These are the things you must optimize yourself on, and these are the things that you have to do to put you in that position to pass the examination. So please, don't be on this journey alone. Join a community and be held accountable. And certainly, you can join our community to study under my mentorship. You can check and send us a message on WhatsApp. You'll be assisted on whatever subject combination that you want to do, or what are you supposed to do. Maybe you are in a position where you've written a paper once or twice and you are not passing. You can reach out. You'll be assisted to see what it is that you have to do. Because one of the things you must understand is that approach is very important. Community is very important. Strategy is very important. You cannot just get up and say, yeah, I'm studying. No. You need to be guided on how you can study, what are the things you are supposed to do, how the examiner is going to be asking the questions, how do you answer the questions when the examiner asks the questions. All of those things can only be done when you are part of a community like ours. So don't be on this journey alone. That's going to be very important. And in line with that, you make sure that you get study materials. Okay? Get study materials. There are many people, they don't have books. They don't have question kits or question banks. You don't have study materials. How do you want to pass the examination? And sometimes people will be like, Nhyira, I don't have money. But you have expensive weave on. I don't have money, but you are using an expensive phone. I don't have money, but you are taking your girlfriend out, your boyfriend out. How about your future? Get study materials that will help you. Get books. Get the ICAG question banks. Invest in what you are doing. Don't just carry yourself. And some people, funny enough, they will attend lectures and they are holding exercise books. Just small exercise book. Then they sit down and then the lecture is going on and they're just sitting down looking at the lecturer like they are, encyclopedia. Everything they are teaching is going through. No, that's not how you pass this examination. Because you see, if you feel you understand a topic, I'm going to give you a question. And 9 out of 10, you will not be able to solve that question. You know why? Because there is a difference between what you are seeing being demonstrated and the context of the question. So the principle is the principle, but the context of the question will tell how the principle will be applied. And the only way you are able to get to that level where you understand the principles and familiarize yourself with the various context and structuring of the question is when you have books, you have question kits, you invest in materials that will help you to pass the examination. And this is very important to me. So please, going into 2026, in addition to attending lectures, being part of a community, being held accountable, invest in study materials. Don't sit down and say, Nhyira, I don't have money to buy books, and have the money sitting in the bank not doing anything for you, when you could have invested that in your education and take your career, take your life to the next level. Listen, my friend, you are not supposed to be on this journey for 10 years. Okay? That's not it. You are not supposed to be on this journey for 5 years. That's not fine. You can do this thing in 2 years, at most 3 years. If you are starting from level 1, crapple. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're starting from level 1, crapple. So it's possible to be done within the shortest possible time. Shortest possible time. If you have the right mentorship, you're in the right environment, and then you have the right mindset. So, how do you pass the March 2025 and excel in the 2026? The March 2026 and excel in 2026. I think my app is updating at this point. Give me a sec. Let's see. Okay. Let me bring it up again. Okay. So how do you get your 50% marks? Understand that this is a professional qualification examination. So your mindset is important. The strategy is different here. What you did to get your MBA is not the same thing you would do to become a chartered accountant. What you did to get your first degree, first class, that's not the same thing you're going to do here. The playing field is different. It's different, and you must understand this very well. Make sure you belong to a community. Register, join our community, study under my mentorship. Let me hold you accountable. Let me provide you with the mentorship that you need. Let me provide you with the blueprints with our examination analysis document so that you can excel and go into the exam hall and pass the examination. Because this is what we are into. This is what we are good at. And certainly make sure you do some investments. Make some investments, if I can put it that way, in study materials. Books, very important. Question kit, very important. Get them. Get them. So that is the first thing we must understand. Pass rate 50%. That doesn't mean it is easy. That doesn't mean it is easy. Then the last thing is, how do you get into this society, if I can put it that way? The entry requirement. This is a question that we have also received, so I want to address that as well. The entry requirement. So when it comes to the entry requirements, you can come in from wherever you are coming from. But the starting point will be SHS, at least your C6, coming in with that. That will be the starting point. And so that means you are starting from level 1. It doesn't matter what you studied in SHS. Maybe you're a general art student, home economics, visual art student, and you want to do ICAG, no problemo. Your SHS will come in. Then you come to a diploma or a degree from a tertiary institution and you did accounting specifically, then you will get an exemption coming in from level 1, okay, and also an audit and assurance in level 2. So if you're coming in with an HND or a first degree accounting option, definitely accounting option, then you'll be exempted from level 1 and then audit and assurance in level 2, which means that you'll be left with 5 papers in level 2 for the most part, and then you will do how do we call it, the other papers in level 3. Sometimes it depends, because if you have a degree, that will be HND, because if you have a degree, you get 2 exemptions in level 2, so that you do 4 papers in level 2. That is audit and assurance and principles of taxation. Then you can come in as well. So first degree accounting, HND accounting. Now, if you have a degree and it is not accounting, fine, you will still start from level 1. HND, it is not accounting, you will still start from level 1 at the end of the day. Now, this is where the challenge comes in. So people are like, Nhyira, I've heard about this ICAG thing. I want to become a chartered accountant. I want to do this, but I didn't study accounting in first degree or in high school. It doesn't matter your background, but one thing you must understand is that people like you, it means you need to go the extra mile. So it's possible. Maybe you did visual arts. Maybe you did, general arts. Maybe you have a first degree in agri something, or whatever you studied in the university, but it is not accounting related issue. It doesn't matter. You can still come into the ICAG, but you're going to start from level 1. It means that you are going to go through the baby steps, right? You will learn financial accounting so that you can master your double entry principles well. And it's not difficult. It's not difficult. So you don't necessarily need to have, studied accounting. Yes, certainly if you have studied accounting before, most of the things will be much easier for you. But we've had people with background of accounting from a high school first degree, and they sometimes still struggle in the ICAG a little bit before they ultimately become successful. So it all depends on the mindset, your approach, and the attitude generally at the end of the day. But irrespective of your background, irrespective of where you are coming from, you can certainly be part of this and do it. Now, if you are also in the university doing accounting and you're in level 300, you can apply. What does that mean? It means you will be exempted from level 1 papers so that you can move in from level 2 in that regard. So for instance, BSc in Business Administration, Bachelor of Commerce, Business Administration Finance option, or BSc Administration, Accounting and Finance, Bachelor of Education, Accounting and Finance. If you are doing accounting, certainly you'll be exempted from level 1, and then principles of taxation in and audit and assurance in level 2. What does that mean? It means that you can put yourself in the position where by the time you are graduating, you are also coming in with significant progress in your ICAG. That's the idea there. And you can actually be doing the ICAG as you are in the university as well. Again, that means there will be a lot of work for you. That's all you need to understand, right? There will be a lot of work for you, because if you are doing your normal degree, then you are doing the ICAG alongside as well, and you are not in level 300 yet, but you're in level 100 and you want to start the ICAG from level like that, you can even finish and become a chartered accountant even before finishing your degree, depending on the way you go about it generally. But that's the option available. Note that the ICAG will require a transcript, certainly, and it must be provided by the dean of the business school, head of accounting or finance department, or an ICAG ambassador. And this is possible for the level 300 students for the universities that the ICAG has signed an MOU with, that is a memoranda of understanding with. And so not all the universities, but some of the universities, the ICAG has this with. And with that, level 300, you can come in and start doing your ICAG. So that is what you must understand there when it comes to the way you come in into the ICAG. Master's degree, if you have an MBA or master's, whatever, MSc, and it's an accounting option, certainly you are going to be exempted from level 1, level 2 papers, except public sector accounting and finance. So that if you're coming in with MBA accounting, MSc accounting, then you are exempted from level 1, level 2. Then you can write public sector in level 2. Then you can go to the level 3 in that case. So those are the things that you must understand. Please note, if your master's degree is in other qualification other than accounting, then you may get subject for subject exemption. So maybe you did MBA and you focused on finance only. You did only finance. Okay. Then you may get subject for subject exemption. Maybe you'll be exempted from financial management in level 2, and then advanced, maybe audit and assurance and other things, depending. The ICAG will decide your fate when your transcript is sent to them in that case. Note that exemptions will not be extended to any paper in level 3. Literally what it means is that even if you have PhD in accounting and you come, you would still be coming in to do things in the level 2, and then you go to the level 3 in that case. But if you hold qualification from other professional backgrounds, so maybe SEMA, you are coming in with SEMA, or you are coming in with ACCA, you are coming in with ICAN, that is Institute of Chartered Accountants in Nigeria, then you will get sometimes subject for subject. If you have already finished, then it is likely that you may just be getting the opportunity to go into membership. It all depends on the structure and the decision of the ICAG. So these are the alternative options, modes of entry available for the ICA. The question is, what is your mode of entry? Number 1. And then number 2, what are you going to do to put yourself in the position to pass the examination? That's all. That's all. So any questions for me? I see some people coming up. Any questions for me? If you have any questions, please put it in the comment section or the chat for me, and I will be able to provide you with some answers. Let's see if I have my comments pulling up here. So if there are any questions, please put them in the comment section or the chat for me. Remember that our enrollment is ongoing for the March 2026 examination, right? So you can register to join our community to start studying with our previous videos that we have available, and our practice question courses, the summary videos, to even start studying before our live sessions begin. Because the way our platform is designed is in such that you can study at your own pace and finish the syllabus in record time. What does that mean? It means that if you have time available, it doesn't matter. Once you're enrolled, you get access to the key summary videos. You get access to the regular course content available. And the beauty of it is that you can download them in the Nhyira Premium mobile application on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. And that's it. You can download the videos and watch the playback without the need for internet. So wherever you are, there is no problem for internet. Oh, where I am, the internet is bad. Don't worry. When you get to somewhere that the internet is good, you can download as many videos as possible. So when you go back home, when you go back to the place where you don't have internet, you can still continue to study. That is the beauty of our platform. Number 2 is the issue in respect of the key summary videos. Because our key summary videos enable you to go through the syllabus in record time. So whatever subject you are writing, we have summary videos explaining core principles for each of the subjects. So if it is financial reporting, all the accounting standards, we have summary videos explaining various perspectives of the accounting standards. What does that mean? It means that you can use that to create your principal document for each of those key areas. Then after that, we have also the practice question courses for financial reporting, corporate reporting, and also the issue in respect of management accounting and advanced audit and assurance. You see, the whole thing is that you don't have to stress yourself to become a chartered accountant. We understand that you are tired, you are busy. You cannot have the luxury to go through 3-hour class video, because yes, you can go have the 3-hour class video, but you don't have time. Because if you say you're going to watch a 3-hour class video, that's going to take you 6 hours or 7 hours to finish watching it. At a point, you will be tired. You will be bored. And so we want to take away that stress from you, and we want to help you to still accurately go through the syllabus, understand all the principles in the syllabus, practice questions that are exam tested questions, and put yourself in the position so you can attempt the examination once and pass the exam and take your life to the next level. So there is no need for you to watch a 3-hour class video. You just go to the summary video. What are you studying? Maybe in public sector, you are learning something on evaluation of financial statements, ratios, common size analysis, budget variance analysis, or you are learning something on PIFA. No problemo. Just go there and watch the video on PIFA. When you finish, you expose yourself to questions. So you can go through the syllabus in record time and put yourself in the position to go into the exam hall, write the exam with confidence, and pass the examination. That is the beauty of our community. That is the beauty of our platform. You don't have to stress to go through this journey. If only you can understand, leveraging our key summary videos, leveraging our practice question courses, you can have time for other things and still prepare yourself to go into the exam hall and pass the examination. So no need to stress, no need to be worried, no need to be thinking, hey, because yes, you have the 3-hour video. When are you going to finish watching? And the most interesting thing is that you've missed class and you are watching the playback of the video. Then somebody is asking a question that you know already, and somebody is asking the question. And the lecturer has to take time to explain to that person. So you are watching the video, but you are like, this question you are asking, cry here, is not necessary. So it may discourage you from even going through the whole video. That is why our summary videos are there, where we take out all the distractions and you have access to the topical issues, you have access to the principles, go through them, then use the practice question courses, solve a question, and if there are questions you have, you just reach out and you will be assisted in real time so you can put yourself in the position to go into the exam hall, write the exam with confidence, and pass the examination. So don't hesitate. Join our community. Send us a message on WhatsApp, 05011492996. You can see it on the L banner there. And visit our website, NhyiraPremium.com. Check out everything we have there. And let's assist you. Okay? You can join our live lectures. You can get our practice question courses. You can get our books, because we have books available on all the level 2 and level 3 papers. We have the books available that you can get access to. The most important thing is this. We want to make this journey easier for you. No need to stress. No need to go through pains. No need to go through anxiety. No need to write this paper over and over again. We want to hold your hand, provide you with the mentorship that you need, and cut through the noise so you can go to the exam hall and pass the examination. Again, you cannot sit down a week to the exam hall examination before you start studying. And that is why we design our platform the way it is, to encourage you that every day. So even if it is 30 minutes you have, you can go watch a principal video. 30 minutes you have, you can go watch a practice question video. So you don't need to sit down 2 hours, 3 hours and say, Charlie, I'm coming to learn. No. Maybe you have a 30-minute window. You have a 25 minutes window. You have a 15 minutes window. We have a 45 minutes window. You just jump on the portal and watch a video, solve a question. That is how we work with you gradually to remove the stress, to remove the pain, to remove the distractions, so you go to the exam hall well prepared, equipped with the strategies, the techniques, the principles, the applications, the concepts, so you can go to the exam hall and pass the examination. So reach us, send us a message, call us, and let's assist you so that you can really go to the exam hall and write the exam to pass the examination. Let me see if I can pull these comments up, because I think I'm seeing some comments coming in. I don't know. Can you check? I don't seem to. Okay, so give me a sec. Okay. I can't. Give me a sec. Okay, I'm seeing some comment on TikTok. Let me see if I can pull that up as well. YouTube, also some comments from there, but I don't know. I'm getting an indication of a comment, but I can't pull it up. Okay. That makes sense. Give me a sec. Okay. Maybe I'm gonna leave it here. All right, so these are some few things that we wanted to walk through with you as you put yourself and prepare for the March 2025 examination. Now, stay connected on our socials everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, wherever you are. Stay connected, because we're going to be coming your way. I'm going to still be doing some live. On our next session, what we're going to do is to take subject specific and look at the scope of the subject and look at the way each subject is connected with each other, and most importantly, how you can study and put yourself in the position to go into the exam or and pass the examination. And that is what we're going to be handling in the next session. So make sure you stay connected. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.